Hey guys, Muncheez here. Welcome to another Maplestory video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about starting off the game in general, from the very basics to just a little bump in the right direction. So if you want to select a server, there are two different servers. There's North America and Europe. Nobody really plays on the Europe server. I mean, there's some people there, but they're not really populated. As you can see, there's Solus and Luna. They are both unpopulated, both the interactive and the heroic server. And on North America, you will have heroic servers and interactive servers. Interactive servers are kind of the pay-to-win servers, you could say, and mostly everybody on NA plays Chronos, or in the West in general, for Western countries, for GMS. And Chronos is by far the most populated one, so I would highly recommend playing on Chronos if you are deciding to start the game. So after you pick a channel, it doesn't matter which one. Now, when you get to this character select screen, you're going to have a bunch of these little white silhouettes. And basically, when you create your character, you'll have a bunch of these. I think they start you off with 12 of these. And basically, you can create your character. And when you click create character, you will have a whole bunch of classes to make. And right now, there is... At the time of making this video, you can play as Tanjiro, and after the event ends, he turns into a warrior, an explorer warrior, and you can be a Dark Knight paladin or a hero. But if that doesn't interest you at all to play any of those, there are other classes you can play. Don't feel that you have to pick one and then you're going to get locked in right away. This game has a roster-based system where in this game it's a legion. It's called a legion, and basically it's a account-wide system that I'll talk about later in another video. But pretty much you can start here, and if you're unsure, it's always safe to start off as an explorer. Explorers have all the classes. They have like mages, warriors, thieves, archers, and what have you. So I highly recommend picking one of the explorer classes at the start to start off. And the resistance as well, they also have various classes that you can pick from. And all the other characters who are named, like Hayato, Zero, Kana, Lin, Kinesis, all these other classes have very unique skill sets, and they all have different things. There aren't many bad classes, say, nowadays, but if you want to be a tier list chaser, you can go look up a tier list if you wish. There are hundreds out there. But if you are just starting out, I do highly recommend just picking a class and rolling with it at the start, just to see if you even like the game and its controls, etc. And then when you make a character, you can kind of customize it a little bit. It's not a lot, but you can change your looks more later on if you want to spend an X in the game, which is real money, and then you can buy like outfits and stuff like that and roll on things. And you pretty much, same as any other game, you just make a character name. I chose to make a cannoneer. I don't have one yet, so I just picked a name, and then it'll ask you to pick a key setting. It doesn't matter which one you pick. You end up customizing these pretty early on in the game. So once you get familiar with the UI, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. You can change it to however you wish to play the game. So when you start off, most classes have like a general story in the beginning, and they are pretty linear for the most part. Not all the classes have a very linear starting point. Some of them haven't been reworked yet, but the explorers have been reworked. So like their intro quest line to get to level 30 is pretty straightforward. You also have the option to try more classes after you've gotten to certain points where you want to take a break at, or if you're not enjoying the class too much. There is a cool feature in the game to where once you do the storyline on that class of classes, so like say, for example, you made like a second explorer, after you do the story on the first explorer, you will have the option to skip that portion and it'll bring you straight to the job advancement early on. So this is why I was saying don't feel that you get locked in if you pick a class and then you don't like it at the beginning. It's not a huge deal. As you can see here, it'll just have this prompt. It'll say type in skip, and you can just go ahead and skip to level 10 and continue playing. And as I said earlier, all of these classes have a starter storyline that'll bring you straight to level 30. And then after level 30, I'll make another video for what to do after that because I think it's worth just putting that in itself. Now, when you hit level 30, you will get access to this guide button, and I'll kind of show where it is in a second if you haven't bound it to a key yet. And pretty much your first job where you start is level 10, and then as soon as you hit level 30 for your second job, it'll pop up and you can just hit the job advance. It'll bring you straight to your class NPC. And then the third job will do the same thing where it'll pop up again, and the fourth job as well. So it goes from 30, 60, and then 100 from your second to fourth job. And then later on, the fifth job will be at 200 and the sixth job will be at 260 down the line. So these are the breakpoints for every class, and they will all be the same. So once you picked your main, your first goal is to want to hit 200. So if you hit level 30 and you lost the button somehow, there in your key bindings, there is going to be a button that says guide, and you can bind it somewhere and you can make use, and it'll pop up the little window that'll have your either main story quest that you want to follow or your job advancement button if you are needing to go to it. Anywho, if you've started, welcome, and hopefully this video was of some help. I'll make some other videos about keybinds and whatnot and familiarizing yourself with the UI and things of that sort. If you guys have anything that you want to see or any questions, comments, concerns, anything of that sort, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and sub on the way out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.